Welcome back to the podcast called Tell the World, and I'm your host. I hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday. Man, what kind of weather are we having out here, y'all? The weather out here is crazy. I thought it was crazy out here in the South Carolina parts, but I got some information early, and I'm seeing that my some of my family members, my siblings, have been through some flash flooding issues, as well as some other issues going out there in the state of Wisconsin, where they're having chaos with mass flooding out there. Am I used to bad weather? Hell yeah. Who's not? Are we always ready for it? Nope. Nobody's ready for it. Well, this time in Wisconsin, they get another record rainfall that leads to a widespread of flash flooding and chaos in Milwaukee. All is lost. And, some of the details I got from my sisters, some of the pictures were the basements were flooding out. Like the basements were doing some crazy bad flooding, like major flooding. Like, imagine you sleep at nighttime and you wake up sometime in the morning time around 6 a.m. and you hear the sound of water inside your home. It's a scary situation because you got to worry about your family and you got to make sure everybody's okay. And is it safe to get out? Like, is it safe to get out the home? It's just something that we don't expect. Or do we better prepare? But like I said, it's been crazy with rainfall all over, so who can prepare? With some of the weather reports, you'll be hearing about a lot of flooding going on. Remember, I said I got pictures from friends from New York City, Jersey, showing me flash floodings within neighborhoods and stuff. You can never imagine that happens, but imagine your drainage in your city when it can't move the water around. It's like real crazy, and that water bags up and just starts to flood in other areas within the city, within your town, the whole community. And so that water ends up coming on top of the main streets, busy streets. So it's nothing you prepare for, but I'm sure the weather report did mention a flash flooding, but I'm pretty sure they mentioned how bad it was going to get, but sometimes you don't know within your infrastructure of your home, is it ready to be able to take any kind of flash flood of rainwater coming through your home. So prayers for my sisters, because both of them experienced the same thing. So I'm just hoping everything is okay with them. I've been checking on them today, so when I get off today, I'll go back and talk to them again and make sure they're okay. My nieces and nephews is what I was concerned about. But yeah, we are having just globally all over just crazy weather. Things are just getting real crazy. So it's like, how do you deal with this? Can you deal with this? Can you deal with with rain? Can you deal with a flash flooding? Are we prepared for this strange weather that we're having within any town or city? Like I said, July has been crazy. Nothing but a bunch of dark clouds. And you know how when I lived in, not live, but when I went to Miami to visit one of my sisters out there, I experienced how Florida weather is. Like, it'll be raining for one moment and then it'll stop and then the sun will come back out and you'll be like, what was that about? Lots of rain and the sun comes out and it's back hot again and nice. Strange, very strange. Stranger things, I call it. But, like I said, everybody's safe. That's what matters, their lives. And just a lot of weird stuff happening, y'all. Like, you're trying to figure out, um, is this global warming? I mean, we got a lot of things happening besides the weather. I've been hearing about this this spaceship coming towards us. In November, we could be getting a alien invasion. Have you seen some of these posts? Is this true? Is this real? Like, what's going on? This has been a strange end of what? The summer. It is getting weird, very weird. Lots of distraction. What should we be looking at? What's important? What's the threat? Should I be worried? Should we be worried? All of this stuff is just overwhelming us. And I think these devices are the things that cause us to have all these impulses of stress and worries. But at the same time, this does look global. It does seem like the planet is off, and maybe we have not been treating the planet better or treating it good. Maybe this is just a repercussion of global warming, of punishment for us all because it's happening everywhere. Or is scientists telling us enough where we understand this? Do we understand what's going on? Is there something they're not letting us know? What could it be? Possible of so many things you want to know, but it seems like we don't know enough, so we assume. But the Bible speaks of these strange weathers we're going to be having. Like you won't be able to tell the winter from the summer from the winter. It's things like that. Overheating and just the conditions of the weather has been very stressful. Like, damn, living on planet Earth, you got to be ready. You got to be prepared. Let's jump into some other news. So let's talk about the Hip Hop Award show getting canceled, man. I was listening to Fat Joe early, making comments about it that he saw down a pipeline with all these budget cuts that BET was bringing throughout those years of the limited of money that they were going to be spending versus workers versus certain things just couldn't be added to the program. But at the same time, it just got canceled. And I heard Fat Joe's uh, um, his assumption. Well, his words on it. He just said that he noticed that they were doing a lot of cuts, and he spoke on a lot of things about it. But I agree with him. It's been coming down the pipeline, but I can go a little bit deeper, Fat Joe. With the allegations with Puff, P Diddy has been dealing with a lot of people that were running record labels have stepped down. People selling their catalogs. Maybe BET saw this coming within the future itself and knew that why have any hip hop award show based on all the allegations of some of these entertainers, some of these rappers, these types of musicians, R&Bs and stuff. Like people, names are being caught up in a lot of things. And would it be right or good right now to even have that? I mean, coming down that red carpet, there'd be questions asked after question. People want to know what's your comments on P. Diddy being in jail right now and him being sentencing. And we're talking about Boosie, about to go to jail soon. So really, I don't think award shows should be period in this year's vocab because of how tainted it has become. Very tainted, very disrespectful. The music right now we have is just a loose cannon of suicidal thoughts. Trust me, guys. Trust me, new generation. This is definitely not what hip hop is right now. I understand it's you guys' music, but the vibration is very low. And I just think that they saw something that just may not be good to promote on television. Think about the next day, all these comments going to come out about it and what we're seeing. And is it really hip hop? Is it any type of ciphers we could have right now? Because a lot of these new generation kids, they don't have the vocab for the cipher. They may some, but come on. Like, who's really good out there right now? This is why Redman and Method Man came back a few years ago with the cipher. Because that's how music was. Now, look, I'm not saying our music was no better than the generation. I'm coming from the 90s, the 80s. But what I'm saying is the music got a bit over the edge got very suicidal, got crazy, got reckless. So no, I don't think we're ready for that. So I would have pushed the button on that one too and said no, cancel next. Oh, as I'm making my way around South Carolina, I came across this store that specializes in old school candy. It's called the Cromos, the Kermo Story, and the slogan says "Guaranteed Worst in Town." So when I went inside, I got all this candy from Airheads to the old school bubble gum and just all kinds of candy, Boston beans, and just the list goes on. Anyway, so this company, Cromos, I gotta pronounce this right. Cromos, Cromers, yeah, we'll call it Cromers. 1935, Cromers was founded by a Midland, South Carolina farmer, Julian D. Cromer. Shortly thereafter, he took on near legendary status when he added fresh roasted peanuts to his produce and stand. He had a produce stand at the farmers market in the Depression era in Columbia. And although Cromer insisted on roasting a new batch every morning, a competitor would yell out to his customers, "Don't buy those. Mines are better." His is no good. And from that point on, he took on the slogan, "Guaranteed Worst in Town," and that's where his company took off. Took off from that because of a competitor, trying to put his product down, his food down, what he sold down. And so he just used that slogan right there, "Guaranteed Worst in Town." Um, uh, so, this made people come there. And he has grown to a beloved store in South Carolina, largest supplier in concession equipment. So this guy has been in business since 1935. Let's just say the family has took it on. But this is amazing to even create a business. But it's crazy how someone would try to put your business down and down your product. But it was just genius to even say, use the slogan, "Guaranteed Worst in Town." That drew the customers in more to even go hear that it was the worst in town. Wow. Sometimes you do have to reverse on people. Sometimes you have to do that. It's amazing how you could use that just to say, hey, if you think I'm the worst in town, you come and try my product out and you be the judge. Plum genius. I love it. I love it. It's amazing how we have these founders of people, people who are owners, small business owners, black business owners, and people that can create a business, and they don't even brag about their products. You just have to go inside and go be the judge of that. And just seeing that was amazing. I went in there and I think we spent about almost close to $40 and got a free bag of popcorn that displayed that information about the company, about the slogan, "Guaranteed Worst in Town." Because when I saw it, I was like, uh-oh. But I went in as a judge and I came out smiling. Candy was delicious. Old school candy. I don't know if you can hardly find that. It felt like I went into a time machine and went back into my young days. But I love it. It's in the city of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. Yes, and go try them out. They're the best in town. I love them. I'm going back because I want some more of that popcorn. Today I went to Whole Foods store, and had did a food order, and as I pulled up, the young lady came out and she said, "Oh my God, Is this your podcast? I said, yes. She said, I'm going to listen to it. I said, really? I was like, oh my God, someone said they're going to listen to it. Um, I have a banner on my car, and that's how I market this podcast too, you know. So, big listener right there that wants to listen to it. I appreciate that. That's the Whole Food store out in Columbia, South Carolina. So, big ups to her. I hope she's listening right now as we speak. It's nice to create something. It's nice to have an idea, have an ambition of doing something and bringing it to life with the effort that I have made and the time I have put in. Also, the help that I have gotten to build it and get it to where it is now. I'm very happy for that. I tell anybody, don't give up. Just keep going. Keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Do it when you don't want to. That's when you're at your best. Do it when you don't want to. Do it when you got difficulties in your life. Still do it. Still do it. Know why? Because you're going through the fire of yourself and to get better, to do better, and to be able to withstand anything in your life. So, big ups to that person out there that recognized my podcast. I love speaking to people. That's what I believe. You know, my gift is to listen and to be able to speak to people and to share insights on things that we don't understand sometimes, and sometimes you can be a big help to people sometimes through difficulties, and you can just be a bright light in somebody's life. I know my purpose. That's my purpose. That's my gift, and I find that I put smiles on people's faces, and I'm one of God's servants. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna keep doing, guys. Keep feeding great information out there, having these conversations out there, and just trying to have a convo to the world about things that you may not even know what's going on in this side of town. Where it's bad at over there, it could be something good over here. Maybe something you don't even know about that still exists. Sharing information. Sometimes you don't need the money. Sometimes you just need to share information. Okay, guys, we're going to close this show out. And I'm going to go make some phone calls and check on some family. Okay, guys, you guys have a blessed night. And I hope to see you guys back on. Like, share, and subscribe. Be blessed. You heard it first.